Chainsaw Man Compilation Movie Part 1 and 2. The cinematic wreck half of the wild, gory, and downright unhinged first season of Chainsaw Man is here to slice through your expectations like a chainsaw through a devil's gut. This isn't just a rehash, it's a high-octane love letter to Tatsuki Fujimoto's manga and MAPPA anime, cramming all the chaos, heart, and blood into two feature-length films that hit like a devil-powered uppercut. Grab your Pochita plushie, settle into our imaginary cafe booth, and let's tear into this review with the same feral energy as Denji in full Chainsaw Man mode. Tokyo, the 1990s, but not the one you know. This is a world where devils born from humanity's deepest fears stalk the streets, and devil hunters risk it all to keep the chaos at bay. Chainsaw Man Compilation Movie Part 1 and 2 takes the 12-episode first season and condenses it into a two-part cinematic beast, covering Denji's transformation from a broke, desperate teen to the chainsaw-wielding hero of the public safety devil hunters. It's a roller coaster of gore, heart, and dark humor that doesn't let up for a second. We kick off with Denji, a scrappy kid drowning in his deadbeat dad's stat, scraping by with his adorable chainsaw dog devil buddy, Pochita. They're slaying low-tier devils for the Yakuza, dreaming of simple pleasures like toast with jam or a date with a cute girl. Denji's life is grim, think dusty shacks, empty stomachs, and selling body parts for cash. But this boy's got grit, and his optimism is infectious, even when he's staring down a dumpster fire of a life. Then boom. The Yakuza betray him, and Denji gets chopped up worse than a horror movie victim, courtesy of the zombie devil. Enter Pochita, the MVP pup, who sacrifices himself to merge with Denji, turning him into Chainsaw Man, a hybrid with a chainsaw for a head and arms, ready to shred anything in his path. From there, the movies follow Denji's recruitment by Makima, the enigmatic and slightly terrifying leader of Tokyo's Special Division 4. She's all charm and control, promising Denji warm meals and a bed if he joins her devil hunting squad. Makima's got this eerie vibe, like she's playing 4D chess while Denji's just trying to figure out how to checkmate his hormones. The compilation dives into his new life with a ragtag crew, Iki, the stoic, cigarette-smoking devil hunter with a tragic past, Power, the chaotic, horn-blood fiend who's equal parts menace and adorable gremlin, and a slew of other misfits like Kobni, who's basically a walking anxiety attack. Together, they face off against devils like the Bat Devil, Leech Devil, and the Eternity Devil, each fight more unhinged than the last. Big moments? Oh, they're juicy. There's Denji's first transformation, with chainsaws rip out of his body to the tune of blood splattering like a Jackson Pollock painting. The Katana Man arc brings a gut punch betrayal, with bullets flying and hearts breaking. And don't sleep on the quieter scenes like Denji and Power's odd couple banter or Ki's summer moments with his devil contract that hit you right in the feels. The movies don't skimp on the season's iconic fights, like Denji vs. the Zombie Devil, where he carves through a horde with gleeful abandon, or the Eternity Devil battle, where the team's trapped in a looping hotel floor. It's a fever dream of action, emotion, and pop culture nods Pulp Fiction, anyone, all wrapped in that gritty, devil-infested vibe that screams Chainsaw Man. By the end, you're left hyped for the upcoming Reze Arc movie teased in the season's post-credit scene, where a mysterious girl named Reze promises to shake Denji's world. Denji's dream sequence, early in part 1, there's a surreal dream where Denji's running toward a door with Pochita's voice calling him. It's a blink and you miss it moment, but it's packed with minor callbacks hinting at the deeper mysteries of Denji's connection to Pochita. The flickering visuals and airy sound design make it feel like you're peeking into Denji's soul. Power's Hamburger Heist, a hilarious side scene shows Power stealing a burger from a street vendor, only to get chased by a comically angry Kobe. It's pure chaos, with Power cackling and Kobe tripping over her own panic. MAPPA adds a slick slow-mo shot of the burger flying through the air, because why not? Iki's morning routine, a quiet extra in part 2, shows Iki making coffee while staring at a photo of his family. It's a subtle nod to his tragic backstory, with the camera lingering on his tired eyes. The soft jazz in the background makes it feel like a moment stolen from a different, sadder anime. Makima's creepy stare. During a briefing, Makima locks eyes with Denji a bit too long, and the camera zooms in on her spiral-like pupils. It's a new addition not in the TV series, amplifying her unsettling aura and making you wonder what she's plotting. Pochita flashback, a brief, heart-wrenching extra shows a pre-Chainsaw Man Denji sharing his last piece of bread with Pochita under a rainy bridge. It's a gut punch that underscores their bond, with Pochita's tiny tail wagging despite the grim setting. The overall vibe? It's like chugging an energy drink while riding a roller coaster through a haunted house. The movie's balanced gore-soaked action with raw, human moments, Denji's desperate need for connection, Iki's quiet grief, Power's unhinged loyalty. The extra scenes add flavor, fleshing out the characters without slowing the pace. It's a cinematic sprint that feels like a bloody valentine to fans, setting the stage for the Reze Arc with a cliffhanger that'll leave you screaming for more. Let's talk visuals, because MAPPA doesn't mess around. The Chainsaw Man Compilation Movie is a visual feast, blending 2D and 3D animation to create a world that's equal parts gritty and gorgeous. The art style stays true to Fujimoto's manga rough, expressive linework that feels like it's been scratched out with a chainsaw but polishes it with a cinematic sheen. The color palette pops with vivid red blood, obviously moody blues, and warm oranges, capturing the manga's chaotic energy while grounding it in a 1990s Tokyo that feels lived in. MAPPA attention to detail is insane. Denji's tattered jacket flaps realistically, Iki's cigarette smoke curls like a ghost, and Power's wild expressions are pure meme fuel. The extra scenes, like Power's burger heists, add playful flourishes with dynamic angles that make even throwaway moments feel alive. The action sequences are where MAPPA flexes hardest. Denji's transformations are a highlight, with chainsaws erupting from his body in a visceral, almost tactile way. The sound design, those revving chainsaws and squelching gore pairs perfectly with the animation, making every hit feel like it's rattling your bones. The Katana Man fight is a standout, with fluid choreography and dynamic camera angles that make you feel like you're dodging blades alongside Denji. The new Makima scene uses subtle animation tweaks to amplify her menace, with her eyes practically glowing. MAPPA blend of 2D and CGI is mostly seamless, especially in devil designs like the Bat Devil's grotesque maw or the Eternity Devil's surreal, fleshy form. The opening sequence, packed with movie references shout out to the Big Lebowski, is a visual love letter to Fujimoto's cinephile heart. But let's keep it real, there are a few hiccups. The CGI, while leagues better than some anime off early Berserk, can feel jarring in quieter moments, like when Denji's devil form looks a bit too shiny in a Pochita flashback. The compilation format also means some transitions feel rushy, episodes are stitched together tightly, and certain character beats like Aki's backstory, despite the new morning routine scene, lose a bit of breathing room. Fans of the manga might notice the pacing skips some of Fujimoto's quieter, weirder moments, which could have added depth. Still, these are minor gripes in a visual package that's 90% jaw-dropping. MAPPA commitment to Fujimoto's vision bloody, bold, and a little unhinged shines through, making these movies a treat for the eyes. Chainsaw Man Compilation Movie Part 1 and 2 is like strapping into Denji's chainsaw and letting it rip. It captures the soul of the first season, its raw emotion, brutal action, and dark humor while streamlining it into a cinematic experience that's perfect for newbies and diehards alike. The extra scenes, like Pochita's rainy flashback and Power's burger chaos, add heart and hilarity, making the world feel even richer. I'm obsessed with how MAPPA balances the absurdity Power eating a cow like it's a frisbee with the heart Denji's simple dream of a hug. The characters steal the show. Denji's lovable dumbass energy, Makima's creepy charisma, and Power's chaotic gremlin vibes make every scene a vibe. The cliffhanger tease for the Reze Arc has me feral, especially knowing Reze's gonna bring an explosive love triangle to the table. If I'm crossing my fingers for anything, it's that the Reze Arc movie leans even harder into Fujimoto's wild art style and keeps the CGI in check. I'd love more of those quiet, human moments like the new Pochita flashback that make the gore hit harder. The compilation proves Chainsaw Man is more than just blood and chainsaws, it's a story about chasing dreams in a world that wants to chew you up. So, grab your popcorn, crank the volume, and dive into this bloody beautiful mess. Here's to hoping the Reze Arc rips our hearts out all over again, preferably with a side of toast and jam.